Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, rando fans of all ages, we welcome you to another race in the 2021 Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament, brought to you by the Final Fantasy Randomizer community and the SpeedGaming family of networks this evening. Tonight, we've got you a race from the Fighter Pod. We've got you DVS7, a man on a mission. Currently sitting at 1-1 on his second race of the evening. Out in a losing effort a little bit earlier, looking to bounce back here against Puffy. Puffy, on the other side of your screen, currently sitting at 1-0, trying to keep their chances for auto promotion into the bracket stage alive, looking to get a win to at least secure their way into the last chance qualifier that we will be having here in about a week or so. I am joined tonight by Fiend of Possession. Fiend, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here tonight. Hopefully, with this interesting party composition we have, we'll see a good race.
Yeah, so here's how this interesting party shook out. Our runners agreed that they were going to roll 4 d6s in our FFR bot casino, which can be found through our randomizer site, the link for it at finalfantasyrandomizer.com. They rolled 4 d6s, 1 through 6, representing Fighter, Thief, Black Belt, Red Mage, White Mage, Black Mage. DVS rolled a 2, 3, a 6, and a 6, has ended up with a Black Belt, a Thief, and a pair of Black Mages. Puffy, with a dice on his side, has ended up with the Black Belt Rainbow. I definitely prefer Puffy's comp here, but DVS's comp is nothing to shake a stick at. You have 3 really good runners, and you have a good melee carry in the Black Belt. If Black Magic rolls friendly at 1 or 2, DVS could be off to the races early.
Yeah, he's got to be hoping for some really bad white magic in levels 1 through 4.
Yeah, something to lock out that Red Mage. Put the life spell super late. We don't want to see life. We want to see life, life 2, and cure 4 all at level 8 and Gaia. Just put them all there. Get them out of here. So while we're waiting for our runners to take off here in just a moment or two, we're going to get you a couple interesting facts. DVS's interesting fact for our tournament that he provided to us is he is a teacher and used to be a live event audio mixer. Our interesting facts from Puffy is Puffy likes to play Iron Man rules when he's gaming. He likes to say if your stuff dies, it stays dead forever. You gotta go. I like the hardcore. DVS's favorite enemy is the Zombie Dragon. Man after my own heart, I love me some Zombie Dragon. While Puffy, even though he's in the Fighter Pod, loves himself some Grogers.
And we have a question in chat where the blessings and curses tonight. We can run through those real quick. If I can get on the right tracker notes here. Fighter has plus 10 agility. Thief has plus 20 vitality. Black Belt has the ability to wear red mage armor. The red mage can swing the Vorpal sword. White mage can use fighter weapons. And the black mage has plus 20 hit percent.
I swear this is like the 5th seed in a row I've seen with black mages with plus 20 hit percent. I am whelmed by these blessings. Not underwhelmed, not overwhelmed, just whelmed.
Yeah, with the forced party, it could have been at least it's neutral. You know, you don't see anything too crazy out there that would give too great of an advantage one way or the other.
Yeah, we don't have anything ridiculous like night spells on the black belts or, you know, improved MP and a class you're not getting or something like that. So, quick refresh while we're waiting for our runners to take off here. So, what we have is the pod-style flags, the pod play and race flag. What this is we have incentive dungeons everywhere except for Titans, Earth Cave, and Volcano. You start with the bridge, you start with the canoe, and we are off. Alright, DVS can be first into the magic shops. We've got Nuke at level 1. DVS is a very, very happy man. Only Wall and Ruse at 1. Not the most amazing. This is definitely playing out in DVS's favor.
You get that black belt going, you're not going to need that wall ruse anyway.
Right. Alright, DVS has got to grab Nuke, immediately saved, immediately goes to Topher. We need nothing else. Who needs to look at items? Who needs tents?
Interesting first encounter. I'm assuming that was off a hard reset. It wasn't long, it wasn't short, so it's kind of the worst case scenario when you're talking hard reset location.
Yeah. 1 nuke, bye-bye Garland. We're going to get some free items here. You want either that right off the reset or you want that long hero run. Alright, King Steve. We got King Steve's stick. That'll be helpful for later required item. And is this even randomized? Our Sarah gives us the loot, which in this case of multi-instrumentalist for fun flag, is actually a flute instead. Alright, DVS is running back in. Now we're going to check the item shop for anything important. And we don't see camping gear at anything nice, so we're leaving.
Are we going to see a cheeky early march, or do you think both runners are just going to walk over to Provoca?
I really think it's going to depend on black magic, especially for DVS at Provoca. We see warp, we could see a cheeky early ice dive if there's any kind of camping gear. Or if the pirates give us something ridiculous like a floater. Alright, so Puffy's almost up. They're going to be running in here. We're going to check some boxes first. We want a little bit of extra safety, maybe look for some cash.
Puffy needs even more money than DVS. Both need a fair amount of money for those early game spells, though.
Alright, it's pirate time.
Nothing interesting with pirates and nuke. Once that nuke goes out, your fight's done. Any sweeper early on. I think fire 2, lightning 2, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Comment in chat. Yes, we do have a little bit of kind of squeezed in on Puffy side here. We're trying to get it sorted out for you. In the meantime, just consider like you're looking at your old CRTs playing this back in the 90s. Amethyst. So the Amethyst is actually another one of our fun percent flags. You can change the ruby to any other kind of gem, and the Amethyst is going to be for sale for 27,000. I don't think we're going to be prioritizing buying that.
Very, very unlikely that the floater is locked behind that, although it's possible. It's just not likely.
I saw Quad X.
Of course, we're not going to see any white mage checks probably from DVS side anymore. He's just going to assume that whatever's there, he's going to hope it's bad, and if it's good, well, he's going to hope it's bad.
Yeah. I didn't actually get a quick check to see the pirates. I might have missed that real quick here. Shadow we got on tracking here has definitely got us all covered, so let me just take a quick look. DVS is actually going to be heading straight down. We're going to run right in toward Crescent here. We got a free key item from the Sages.
Shadow saying he missed it too. I think I was looking away as well, so maybe someone in chat noticed what Vicky had for us.
Yeah, either chat will correct us, I'm sure, or if DVS takes a southward turn, we'll know.
Obviously not the ship.
River. Yeah, we got a lot of encounters on the river. Not a problem, though. DVS almost here. Oh, it was a queue. So we got us a square rock to go with our amethyst for sale. Puffy's going to be getting their their square rock here in a second after we nuke down some pirates.
Lightning 3 at level 6. Of course, with nuke at level 1, you're not too concerned about that.
Oh, the tail for DVS. A little bit of a bust, unless we find a ridiculous katana to go thief strats with.
Yeah, and then you still have to have your black belt already to the level that you want them.
I mean, we could run the thief carry. It requires a lot. It's usually not ideal. DVS is gonna nuke off some enemies here outside of Crescent, probably for some experience and some cash.
Interesting you mentioned the thief carry. He does have plus 20 vitality tonight, so it makes it a little more appealing, but not by much.
Yeah, you don't have to go as high to survive a full roll nuke. We have Life and Cure 3 at level 2 white magic. Not the best, but hey, it's an early life spell for both of your casters, your red and your white.
DVS checking the first encounter off the hard reset. Not a bad play. Gets 2 giants for his trouble. Should be able to nuke those down fairly easily.
Yeah. It's safe because you're right here on the city. I mean, you're 7 across the board. I mean, you take this up to... Are we danning the thief already? Oh, those are peeds. Oh, that is nice.
So you got first encounter giant, second encounter peed right off the gate. So he might, if he stays up, he might take this to what, 16?
I think 16 is probably a little high unless you can get your party gear the thief down. I definitely take this to 12, I feel. Just because if you're going to end up going to ice, you want like a couple of level 4 casts on those black mages. We're buying our heal pots. We're probably going to stock up on some cabins. Couple of houses, because the housing market's great. 609 for a house, I will take that every day. Puffy following DVS down here is about to come in here and pick up, they're going to pick up their tail. Puffy, we'll have to see if Puffy's going to be up for promotion or not here. With the black belt only, it's going to look a little less appealing unless something is locked out in the spells category. All right, DVS is it's like I'm like 8. I'm good enough. I think that's a level 4 cast. It's 8 or 9. Let's go check Elfland.
Puffy looks like he's going to employ the same strat, so he'll know about that giant Pete encounter if he stays out of the water.
Yeah. DVS, are we going straight? Left or right? Left or right? We're going to ice. I personally would want to play it safe and check level 3 and 4 magic, but with it nukes and now probably like 6 of them apiece at a couple of houses, I'm not following this play.
I'm guessing he's hoping for an early floater, that way he can check some grind tiles a little easier than having to sail the sea.
Oh yeah, we're taking on Arbone. Arbone suck. Alright, so Puffy must have hit one of the other encounter zones. One of the great things about Crescent, there are a ton of encounter zones around there. Finds a troll bullfight. Still not terrible. DVS is not playing around. We are nuking these Arbones out. I wonder if he's just trying to get some more experience here, or if he's just gonna, be very liberal with it. No, he's just getting some experience.
He did buy enough houses to where he might think his life's a little low, wants to get a few levels before diving deeper.
Yeah, not to mention, if you're going to be burning the couple first encounters off, you might as well get some experience for him before you go in. Oh, wizards, but we get the advantage, and we're gone. Again, shoutouts to the thief. Not only is it the top position where we can Dan it, but that also gives us a little bit of advantage when it comes to our encounter luck.
No plus luck on the thief tonight. That would have been an interesting one.
Alright, first trap tile. Oh gosh, is this even... I mean, we've already seen red bones in here. This is not what you want to see on a trap tile. Hey, free house. So Puffy taking the southerly route. If you don't like the seafood in the river, take the south route. It's a little bit longer going this way, but it's probably safer with some higher experience encounters. Oh, that is... How thick are the waters? The waters are not thick, but the Nagas are. Can the nuke go off? Maybe? Oh.
Some low rolls on that first Naga.
Oh.
Oh man, he did not want to see that run go off.
First rule of Final Fantasy, if you're going to cast and run, the runner's going to get away with one enemy left. But, as pointed out in chat, this does mean these are B-side trap tiles. The 3 eyes are out there. The worms are out there. We could have some tasty, tasty things for the black belt to hit. DVS jumps back on, takes an encounter, goes to 13. We're going to move on, look for some chests. And that's not what we want to see. Especially when they waste our time with slow.
Yeah, it could be worse, though. It could be a tile that wipes us. At least he knows it's not dangerous. Well, I say that.
Oh, dear Lord Thunder. Oh, can we get... Oh, no. Well, the good news is you know some stuff you can skip here. And I think that was the second encounter, so he got deceived, and I don't think there was anything of value. I was looking at Puffy's side. It looks like our silver's rolled up. I saw pro rings for sale in Elfland. Alright, so DVS diving back down. Puffy's on his way out. Looking here, it looks like our level 3 magic. We got a decent at the white. We got a heal spell. Nothing too big. We got Invis too. Temper is a level 3 black though.
Temper and lock too, it looks like, according to our tracker's notes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the pro rings rolled down, but not. I mean, they're still pro rings.
Yeah, you're not wearing them for the armor so much as you are for the elemental resistance they give. Or the death resistance, excuse me. Pro shield is elemental.
Alright, so DVS almost back down here. We're probably just going to make a straight run right into the nearest hole. We're going to absolutely avoid that left side like it's the plague. The good/bad side about that is you now know that the seas are very, very not safe.
Yeah, and you can't really encounter manipulate very well with the run being where it is.
Oh no, the thief's on the floor. Whatever will we do?
Get ambush next turn.
No, probably. Must have been something good in this chest. Oh, Puffy is in the top of Marsh here.
Who needs thieves when you get first strike twice in a row with him on face down?
Right. So, Puffy coming out. Hitting a couple of encounters. We're going to try to take this Naga water back.
Did not get as good turn order on this time. Took a couple punches.
Oh, this is going to be tough. I don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. Waters still punch very hard even though they're weak. But DVS is not deterred. DVS is diving you down yet again here.
Meanwhile, we have Puffy checking Marsh. Looks like so far nothing of note. About ready to hit the bottom floor of Marsh.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he ducks out and takes a quick save here if there's anything worth it. Yeah, we're ducking out and going back in.
Yeah, if he was walking all the way back down, I'm assuming he wanted to keep the cash and/or was it another pro ring he found?
I believe so. DVS, here we are again. Alright, we got good turn order on the first nuke. Can we get all the waters out of the way? We'll take 4 out of 5. And good turn order on the second nuke. And we won round. Okay, that is best case scenario for DVS there.
I don't think he'll take that fight again, but at least he got through it.
Every time you take it, you get levels, it gets a little easier to survive, but it's still that many waters. All it takes is an ambush or bad turn order, and 6 waters meleeing you are still going to kill pretty much everything.
And we find a bit of safety in Marsh with the defense sword and one of the off checks that you don't normally check. It was the, I believe, far top right.
Yeah, that's like the last one you're going to normally check, and the ship is down here, so sure enough, there is no other fetch quests in the Inner Sea. We have Canal Ship in both of the locations. That means Puffy is... Oh, Puffy died. So Puffy will be pulling that defense sword and that ship back out.
Well, that'll even things up a little bit with DVS, although Puffy definitely has the knowledge advantage right now. DVS kind of hitting his head against these ice cave.
Yeah, Ice Cave is not an easy place to get out of, especially depending on who rolls what. It looks like it was one of either the Great Wolves or the Werewolves has rolled nasty, and Puffy had to avoid that. Spiders have Frost, which at this level is still dangerous.
Personally, though, I do prefer DVS's play, even though it's not working out for him right now. The only reason for that is, of course, he didn't check 2 and 3, but with Warp and Exit not on the table, you have a free exit out of Ice Cave if you can make it that far. With Marsh Cave, you're walking that item back out.
Yep. So DVS still coming around here. He really wants this pro ring, just because of some of the extra, like we said, depth of protection it can afford. I don't... we're going to do nuke, run. We need the other nuke to go off if we want a prayer here. Really? Oh, and we get there. The rule of Final Fantasy fails us this time.
That makes up for the curse I gave him earlier. You gave him a commentator's blessing.
Alright, Puffy healing up. DVS grabbing the canal. We're going in. We really want to see what's behind these bulls.
So right now he doesn't know that that is the only path out of the inner sea. So he might be thinking that Marsh Cave was the play, but we know, of course, that you gotta do both the seed.
Yeah, he's only got the canal. He still doesn't have a way to make use of it. There's only one location left here, so he knows it's basically something that leads from Marsh. So both of our runners right now know that the other location is required. So Puffy's like, I'm going to have to go to Ice, and DVS is like, oh, I got to go to Marsh. I know which one of those I'd rather have to go to and already have out of the way, but we'll have to see how our runners react.
That Blaze just two Frost Wolves and just straight out the gate with the Blaze. He does get away, so...
Alright, we need a man mode from the Thief here. So, wolves all over the place just stink. Oh, first strike. Holy cow. Don't greed, just go. Don't greed, just go.
Okay, he was skipping the other one.
Not worth the one step. Actually, you can't run into. I don't think you can run into Frost Wolves up on one, so it was a much more safe than we made it seem.
6 wizards, though. You could run into a whole group of wizards, and they would have punched that thief down in a short order.
And wizards, wizards don't punch super hard, but if they've got something, it's not good.
36 is enough if they hit you 6 times.
Shh. All right, so Puffy's out. Puffy is over here. The silvers rolled neutral. I was incorrect on that. The coppers rolled down, so not great. The silvers were a little pricey for what you see in rando. DVS is... Alright, so DVS is walking up and around here. Oh, DVS has cash down, I think. No, we're just going to bring people up. He does have cash. He can afford the amethyst/ruby if he really wanted it. And it looks like he does. So, the thing about the amethyst/ruby here is if you get the floater, it's a useless item. But if it leads to the floater and the other person doesn't buy it, that's huge.
Yeah, it's a very heads-up play. Knowing you have the cash, going to spend that cash, more than likely it leads to nothing. Or if not nothing, it leads to something you would have gotten with airship, like you said. But definitely an interesting play.
So DVS is heading back into the river system. This is telling me he's making the Volcano Armory play. Because of the way the encounters play out, God knows you're going to avoid the river system and take the long way around to get to Marsh otherwise. Because it's basically going from your 2 o'clock to your 8 o'clock. It's basically equidistant either way.
Yeah, if I were already on the east side of Inland Sea, I would definitely take this path as well.
So it's really even here. DVS has a longer way to go, and it's slower to get there because Puffy already has the ship. But Puffy has to go to the harder location. As we know, especially once you get down to the bottom, and the Frost Wolves are going to give him nightmare flashbacks to the wolves he's already ran into. DVS, finally an elf, going to get a look at 3 and 4. Alright, we see Temper. We're going to buy Temper for one of our black mages, I think. We're a little on the broke side, so... Get a look at level 4. Cheap Brack, I like it.
Yeah, I would definitely get charges of Brack, just in case you gotta take some fiend fights, specifically Kraken or Tiamat, low level.
So DVS, micromanaging his money, manages to buy Temper and Lock 2 and have 100 gold left over. Alright, Puffy, I think, is on the little island in the middle of the river system here, just before Ice Cave. We're gonna nuke out some Scorps. Oh no, we're taking a couple more fights here outside of Crescent.
Meanwhile, we see DVS burn through about 6 soft resets before finally getting what I'm assuming is the hero run. Or close to it, I guess, as long as run as he wanted.
Yeah. So far, we have not seen anything pretty as far as a good hero run here anywhere into this encounter table. It's terrible all the way down, folks. So we burn 1, we burn 2. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see we check that up in the northern desert. Sandwiches are nice. I mean, we got B-side tiles though. All right, so DVS coming down, taking that chest there. Now, you don't see runners check that very often. That's actually linked to a chest up top. So with the current meta of a lot of people going top first, that's usually going to be empty. But it is going to let you check one of the 4 chests up there without actually having to go. Now, DVS is probably, unfortunately, going to miss the defense sword here.
Of course, with Black Belt, the chances of you needing full evade stacks if you're going to 42 are less likely, but still a nice item to have.
So we're checking some extras. We get the silver 5. We're going to check the trap tile, and it is... Oh. That's a tile.
It's a tile, but that's a beefy fighter.
Abort, abandoned ship, negative Ghost Rider, we're done. Fighters can roll very low. They can roll like 120 hit points, or they can roll like 2.25 like this one's got. And a place where you really don't want to take off-step fights. Like this. So I really hope DVS isn't going to be taking this any higher than like 16 or so and saves a couple of nuke charges.
Yeah, I was thinking, I hope he saves 1 or 2 nuke charges for the walkout, but I get that he saw that Ice doesn't have a good grind, and he doesn't want to have to bank on Earth. So he sees this, going to get a couple levels, maybe Earth has 3 eyes, and he just is already in one-punch mode.
I can't agree with that. I mean, I see the point. I do see the logic. But you've got 3 tiles in Earth. You've got 3 tiles in Ordeal. You've got a tile in Waterfall, all immediately accessible. Worst case scenario, you've got 2 short encounters off the reset and 4 encounter zones in the desert. Puffy, using a not very often used feature, I use it in the airship some myself. With our increased speed on everything, you can actually hold B to go back to your vanilla walking speed, and it makes sure you don't fall in holes.
He must not have charges on the Quad X, because I want to say the fighters are within the Quad X range.
Oh yeah, they rolled like, I think it was, I counted 2.25 off that first fight. Puffy getting decent turn order, but not decent enough. We lose the red mage, which might not be the worst thing in the world. But he's showing the wonders of things called white magic and life spells.
DVS must be planning on taking this black belt grind.
I'm not worried about the grind. The grind's fine. I'm worried about wolves on off-step encounters.
He decides to abort. Okay. So he lost the character he didn't want to lose. He was getting very unfortunate with the fighters targeting the black mages.
DVS, make sure to stock up on Pure Pot, so we're not going to hear the song of our people. So we don't want to see anything on 4 legs that goes roo, because it could end up in a very bad time.
We don't want to see this fight on Puffy's side, but he does do the safe play and throws out a sweeper, so he does not know that Sahags are thunder-wielding death machines.
Yeah. Might see it on the open seas at some point. Thankfully, the Sahags, we're not going, unless they're on trap tile or the open sea, we're not going to see a ton of them.
DVS almost taking a wipe to thunder. Apparently werewolves have it as well.
Oh, DVS, do not die here, please. Come on. So he found the Rururus, and bad times were had. All the Rururus cast thunder. Alright, I think this floor's safe from wolves. I think. Just get out. Please, something. Oh no. He doesn't have camping gear.
He is on a hope and a prayer on this walk.
We found the hero, run! Run! A black belt and a prayer!
Makes it out. Definitely, he is thanking everyone at this point that he made it.
Bruthouse, correct me in chat. Yes, my apologies. Thunder and Blaze, all of the big elemental skills that you don't want to see.
Is Puffy gonna just make this in one? This'll be the couple of encounters that decide it.
Yeah. So the good news is if he gets turn order on these lead nukes, Frostwolves don't normally roll a ton of hit points. Oh, but he found the blaze. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no, double blaze. So Puffy finds the bad news and has some bad flashbacks regarding wolves.
Yeah, and this is one instance where the thief paid off, because if we remember back to DVS side, he had basically the same encounter. He had Frost Giant Frostwolves into Frostwolves, but he had a first strike on the pack of Frostwolves with his solo thief, which is the only thing that saved him, let's be honest, because if it would have been normal, the chance of him getting first turn, not very high.
So DVS decides I'm going to go to the water, and immediately gets thundered down by the Sahags.
He is reminded of the first wipe in Ice Cave, I believe, or second.
Well, yeah, I think that was the first or second one. But either way, DVS is out. He's got one incentive to turn in at Titans. Probably going to check some spike tiles inside of Earth. Probably going to check the Hall of Giants. Might even check the North one, just due to the race he commentated earlier in recency bias, but we'll see.
You do have A, B, and C tiles all in one location there. It's easy to skip one. Usually I think it's what, A is the top right?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of... There's the same encounter is in there on 3 different rooms. The top is faster to get to. The bottom left is the one that you want to take if you're going to take the tile, because you don't get off-step encounters. But DVS is going to opt to go here, turn the Titan. I'm going to be curious if he... Oh, no. Oh, the Girl Wolves of Squint. The Ruraroos continue to be terrible.
But I mean, if you're just gonna luck completely out of it, what's, every time?
Anything that we used to say about Danny and spiders now applies to Ale and wolves. Alright, so we're going to check Sarda here. Puffy's down on ice 2, walking their way around on the square. Oh, DVS gets a power bonk, and he's going to reset out of it. He's probably assuming he's going to get a floater at some point, and he'll just grab it before he gets in the Topher if he really wants. Alright, outer trap to... Oh, nope.
That's a nasty one. That's pretty nice for the nuke casters, anyway.
Yeah, assuming he can get back out past the red Ankylos. Oh, and the Whizvamps rolled up. Not up enough. That is a good tile, but they hit hard, and your black belt's not going to be able to solo that for a while. Good to take a little bit of a full party grind on, though.
Yeah, he could use some spell chargers anyway on those black pages.
I think it was 170 on the crit there.
He's going to be in the 20s pretty quick if he can walk this out.
Yeah, this might be nice. Almost... Oh, I'm not going to say it because we don't have weapons or yet, but it almost makes you want to consider the thief. Oh dear, we got ambushed. And the black belt's on the floor. That's okay. We got 20 hit percent on the black mages. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that hit percent applies to rolling higher nukes, right?
Nah, we'll find the massa. We'll be fine. The Red Killers have lit. This is probably the best news we've found, and we're on the floor. We're not dead yet.
Oh,
we
wow.
Get away. So Red Killers having nuke is the best news you can see, because usually those things melee for like 100 plus damage.
Yeah, if that would have been any other skill but lightning, I think that would have been wiped there.
Alright, so called it up front, recency bias. We're going to go check the northern trap tile. We're probably going to check the chest too.
You're here, it only takes 20-30 seconds to check.
Yeah, and Final Fantasy runners are paranoid, and when somebody opens that in a recent race, you go to open it too. Alright, so Puffy is on the top floor, is mostly safe here. Is going to actually crack some extra chests. Smart enough on Puffy's part, you're not going to run to Frostwolves up here, you're pretty good. Ice +1 armor? If you just... Oh, wait, never mind. We don't have a thief on this side. Okay, that's vendor trash.
Welcome our raiding party of 20 from Lord Fizzle Beef. We're watching a forced party with... they rolled to see who was forced. So we have interesting party comp right now. I don't know, do you want to give them a quick recap?
Absolutely. So they rolled up some D6s in their FFR bot casino. Once again, I've linked to the Discord where the bot is located. It can be found at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, as well as the randomizer itself. The DVS randomed into a thief, a black belt, and a pair of black mages. Puffy, with the rabbit's foot, has lucked into a black belt Rambo. Alright, DVS with a quick stop off, we're heading south. This is going to be the ordeals. I did miss the third trap towel. I don't believe it was anything worthwhile because we didn't stick around.
Looks like he's going to make the ordeals play.
Alright, so he is down the ordeals. Puffy is out with both pieces of the Get Me Out of This Inner Sea puzzle. DVS running all the encounters.
Is he going to walk over and check that desert encounter? It doesn't look like it, but we've seen that in past strategy pay off. With an encounter table like this, it would be interesting.
Yeah. Thankfully, we find the whammy back to the start on the first set here. We're going to track the trap tile. Ooh.
Let's hope they rolled low.
Let's hope they rolled very low. 392 kills, 288 doesn't.
Or you just, a little bit off a max roll nuke and no problem. Is he going to take this again? Yes.
I take this down to like 2 nuke charges.
It's still a long walk out.
154. Alright, they're north of 320. Not that far north of 320, because that was a melee for 9. Alright, he's gonna take it again. Oh, he gets first strike. Oh, that's nice. Man, these are gonna be some swole black mages.
Yeah, every grind so far, he's pretty well needed those black mages to do all the work.
So I did happen to miss, since DVS never checks White Magic Shop because he doesn't have anybody to cast. Exit was at level 6. Lit 3 and Bane are at level 6 black.
Yeah, I saw the Lit 3. I didn't see the Bane when he went through. Obviously, DVS didn't check White Magic, as he does not have the ability to cast it.
Alright. Black Belt's 21. We are at stage 1 evolution. We're Charmander right now. We can actually hit something for above double-digit damage.
Probably not these, but...
No, not these. These have tons of physical absorb. But the ambush rate on... Or not the ambush, but the first strike rate on these has just been amazing.
I like this trap tile, but I don't like the location. He has no way of getting out of here without making it through the maze. He hasn't seen the maze yet, and he doesn't know what skills or enemies that he's going to run into.
Yeah, it's easy enough to get back to, but... I don't know.
This is already 3.5, 4 minutes, and he's got to make it out, so hopefully, he does.
Yeah, you're down to 40 heal potions. I think you're done, Dave. Alright, anyway, other side of the screen, while we do the Iron Golden murder, Puffy is going to be checking Volcano Armory.
Comment in chat, yeah, you're not taking this fight to 42.
I mean, if you had the nuke charges, you're probably good. You're getting enough experience.
Yeah, if that black belt had ninja spells and unlimited magic, maybe.
Alright. So Puffy coming around, running from a couple of trash encounters.
Puffy seeing all the mucks today. We gotta play Rate That Armory.
Oh, we're out of nukes. We're meleeing. This is officially hit bad. Oh, we got through it.
Lucky, like, 4 crit. I think every one of those hits was a crit.
Please stop taking this encounter. Oh my lord. Alright, so Puffy and the Armory. We're gonna nuke down some Paralisks. Oh, we're going to, oh dear. Oh, actually, this isn't bad. The waters are weak. Okay, this is serviceable for a small party grind up to, like, close to 20. If you don't get hit by every water first.
Yeah, if they don't take out your nuke caster. Every caster, yeah. Reset.
So, yeah, we banana peeled into the water tile. The good news is the water tile does have a safe one in a room before that. Okay, we're 25 across the board and we're finally leaving. We have a dozen heal pots left and we haven't seen anything in the maze.
Or the maze itself. And
DVS.
we know we're not. We're walking all the way out because we saw the early exit out. So
DVS has just got as lucky as can be here. So the only one he picks wrong on sends him back exactly one pillar, and he's out. Pillar 1 of the 4 set. Ooh, was that a ribbon?
Encounter trap tile 1, not an issue. I did not see, was it a ribbon?
We get a crystal. We got Matoya's crystal out of Ordeals. Now we just need to get the last bit of this and get out. Please. Alright, we're checking. Rune
He's
sword.
gotta hope for the best on this next trap tile.
Oh, Carabias, we're good. Did I jinx it?
I did with the Sahag, so I can't say anything.
Nope, we're out. So DVS probably overtakes the Iron Goal encounter, but it absolutely gets away with it here and is in great shape. Puffy's gonna take a couple more of these mummy tiles. Can't blame him. You can definitely get some good experience here.
He doesn't have the levels to use exit yet, does he?
No, that's a level 6. You need to be 16-ish.
And I don't know. I'm assuming Puffy has some houses left. If he does get 16 to get the exit, and then he's a little bit safer at that point.
Oh, shout out to DVS. We're going to do Rivermouth in the north of Matoya. She's going to give us the TNT, and he's going to be really unhappy. The Adamant, same difference. He's going to be really unhappy. He has to walk it all the way over to Dwarf. Yeah, we're hoofing it.
Yeah, it's 6-1. The sea encounters are bad, but the wolves have like Blaze and nasty skills. Grey Wolves have Squint. We've seen Thunder. We've seen all the bad stuff early, so late game's gonna be easy? Question mark.
Hopefully. All right. So DVS is gonna walk this over. We're gonna get our first look at Dwarfs, I believe here. 25 on both of those 2 surviving Lightwares is really nice. Puffy being very thorough up here, clearing out still north of Armory.
And DVS looks like he's planning on keeping 2-man for a while or trying to find the grind, because was right near res, didn't take it.
Okay, that's nice. We get a key. It's another fetch quest. The fetch quest is on the way back to the ship, and it's another incentive.
Key to what? Slab or chime or something?
I think key to Oxyale is the dream scenario here for DVS, having parked on the north, because then you can just go straight to the on-rack con.
I want to see key to TNT.
I would die a little inside.
Chat is saying herb. Herb would be worse.
Yeah. To herb and then to TNT.
Yeah,
and then finally to floater. Or not even. Have it leave it to the slab.
Have it go to chime and then have the floater in Mirage.
Okay, that is probably best case scenario, being docked on the north, because that's going to be a short way back to the on-rack continent.
Yeah, I think at this point you have to go there. Check waterfall, check Sea Shrine.
Yeah, 25 on a black belt. You're feeling decent about Kraken. You don't got fast, but you're still okay. Puffy is in another water encounter here. Running a little low on the HP. Running really low on the HP. And we were trying to run, and we didn't make it. That's not going to feel the greatest.
Yeah, Puffy just needs to get some levels, exit out, use those houses, and redive.
Yeah, I think the play here, if you're on Puffy's side, is you take that first encounter tile in the first room here on the armory floor that's safe, and you take a couple of these water fights up to like 16, because even if you wipe, it's 10 seconds back in.
Looks like he's going for a deeper grind, though.
Yeah, he's going down. We're gonna go. All right, we're heading down to Agama floor.
He's either checking Agamas or he's going to go straight to carry.
Ooh, I'd be a little concerned at this level. I mean, even with double nuke, carry's very MDef heavy. You're not going to roll unresisteds on her a lot, so it's probably going to take you 2 to 3 rounds.
And chat pointing out they found Power Cycle Sandworm, so maybe your solo grind right there. Oh yeah, low sandwiches. You got easy sandwiches.
I told you. You gotta check the desert.
Yeah, I wanted him to check it when he was over at Ordeals.
And it would have paid off because it is the northwest quadrant. The old cheeky ship desert grind.
This is very cheeky because he does not have the chime, so he's not going in the tower anytime soon.
Yeah. So we run over here. What do we find? And why'd you reset? And kilos are great for killing off party members.
I think he wants to. I don't know what. Yeah, okay. He does want to kill that. He wants to kill that black mage off, but I guess he wanted to kill him on the second try. Or third.
He's just trying to get him dead. It's just that they're not wanting to cooperate. All right, so now you just sit on this. You don't fight. Okay, the Ankylo's dead.
Wait, did he reset again?
Yeah, he's resetting. He's hard resetting here, trying to not to waste extra houses and just get this thing dead.
But he's just been punching them out. He's literally just giving up XP.
Alright, so the Ankylo hits and doesn't kill. Okay, this is going to take a while. Find some red Ankylos. Alright, we're back on Puffy's side. We're in the middle. We're going to pick up that ice sword, it looks like, again, because that was behind this tile. Or no, wait, we're down a ways, aren't we?
On Puffy's side, I'm not sure where he's at.
Yeah, I think we're still down. Or... Yeah, I think this might be the top left with this trap tile, or we may have banana peeled into one of the other rooms. Yeah, we banana peeled in the middle room. That's fine.
He hit the trap tile that you can avoid, which I'm commonly do myself.
Yeah, it does take a lot of memorization to know where these trap tiles are. In this room, is that a katana +3?
It looked like -3 to me.
Oh, who cares? The thief's on the ground. Alright, so another pro ring, that's not bad. It's kind of hard, especially on this floor, to know exactly where all the trap tiles are. In the first room that you encounter, they're directly next to the chest, where in that middle room, that's in the middle, away from the chests.
Yep, literally you can walk up and right, but trying to avoid just walking straight up is more difficult than you might think.
This is a different set of trap tiles, and these are not as... it depends on how high they roll. I don't like our Hydras personally.
They're fairly juicy if they rolled low. And they rolled low.
Oh, actually, that's nice. That's going to be 3k across the... No, it's less than 2. But we're going to take them again while we're going to open the other chest. As long as one of the one of the casters doesn't get stunned, but they both did. Everybody survived, though. Oh, yeah. Wait, why are you heal... Okay, it looked like he was chugging heal pots on the Black Mage. Unfortunately, like we had mentioned before, the Red Ankylos have lit, so they're not going to be... Oh, they have fire too as well. That does a good job of killing things. And he killed it. This is fine, 55 health. I think you just take sandwiches here until they... Oh, we're just going to find more Red Ankylos. Alright, so Puffy's still taking our Hydras. These are actually a little on the... These are not bad. Oh no, wow, okay. We're going to check what's normally the vanilla incentive chest / the flame armor chest. This has one unique track tile for the red Ds, which is... Oh my lord, get away. Oh wait, where's the hags?
Yeah, we don't know what this party has. I think this is the first time we've seen it.
Sorry, I saw the hags and I immediately got flashbacks.
Yeah, this isn't a fun tile.
Run,
There
run,
comes Blizzard.
run! Sharks are bad, make them go away. Oh dear. This volcano has not been nice to Puffy. Alright, so DVS is now full in. We're on the sandwiches. We're making sure to leave that like level 13 thief for the top slot so the sandwiches are nice and docile and don't run away. 9,000 to fight. This is beautiful.
And bad thing for Puffy is he's going to see those R Hydras again. And this time he doesn't have a good sweeper.
Oh, are we out of nuke charges?
I think we're at a nuke. He might have one left. Nope, doesn't look like it.
We're running. If anybody can run, it's the Black Mage? Please? Oh.
I think, at this point, even if he would have got away, he's not taking carry out and he's not going to walk that back out.
Alright, so Puffy's going to come in again. The good news is Puffy has now seen every treasure in here, I'm pretty sure. And now knows exactly, okay, this is what I want to pick up, this is what I want to skip. And can loot out with full knowledge.
Hopefully he just takes that Wiz Mummy fight till 16 and dives carry and makes short work of her. But looks like he's checking the Desperation chest.
I actually like this first chest right here that he's currently at. I don't mind this one so much. It's like an extra... If we don't run into the trap tile on if we hit it from the left. Unfortunately, we got jumped by the waters. This is not going to be the greatest. I don't mind this one. It's a little outside. It's a bunch of extra steps, but it's cheeky. I've seen... It's one of those kind of gambler's fallacy things. I've seen that a lot of the good things in this chest, so it's like, oh, it's a good luck chest. Kind of like the trap chest on Earth 3 to me. And as I say that... Oh, I thought that was a Roman.
You see one masa in that chest, and suddenly you have to check it for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of like the Earth 3 chest for me. I've seen so many ribbons in there, I always check that trap chest on Earth 3. Yeah, pointing out in chat, we do apologize. Puffy's got a little bit of an issue with the stream and the aspect ratio here, so we're just watching it in old school 4x3 mode. Got a little bit of your childhood coming back for you when you're playing the old NES back on the original.
My TV was in black and white, so, if we can kill the color on the right side, too.
Yeah, DVS, no. Bad. Somebody get the spray bottle and stop DVS from taking a solo black belt back into that. Thank you. Gurpeats did it for me. So, DVS was making a beeline back for ordeals there. Probably it was going to involve a black belt and a couple of iron goals.
DVS already with some impressive levels on that black belt. Not impressive health, though.
I mean, he doesn't have the heal potions.
He has... Is he running low on tents, too?
I think he's running low on everything. A trip to Onrak would fix this right up. Alright, so Puffy, I'm not unhappy with this. It's one floor down, you throw yourselves at the waters until they die, you get levels. You go out, you save it, and you come back in and kill carry. Alright, we killed the first one, we're coming around the long way here. Are we checking switchback? No? Yeah, we're checking the long one, we're going to switchback.
This has just got to be for commentary. You don't check this chest for any other reason. This is like taking Warmech when you're already level 50.
Why not? Alright, the nukes, we get the turn order, the nukes go down. We got Dead Waters, we've got levels, we're 15, we're feeling good. We got money.
I was waiting for that to be like the Masa or something, just so he could rub it in everyone's face.
DVS, you could have revived your party members.
DVS is liking that One Punch Man.
It's One Punch Man with no heal potions, no other party members to help him get through Waterfall.
He must be thinking he can take the walk and grind and walk back out.
I mean, solo mud goals, solo gas dragons are absolutely doable in here. It just takes one thing. Like, one thing goes badly, and if we're not above, like, 32, we're still pretty susceptible to spells.
Yeah. Especially instant death at this point.
Alright, so Puffy's up against one of our Hydras. I think this is one of the random R Hydras. Hey, Karibes, that's not bad. We get some explosives. We get money. We get a Bane Sword. We get an Iron Stick, money, a tent, and money. Alright, on Puffy's side, we are nuking down some fire. How do you put out fires? With bigger fires. Actually, more explosions.
Yeah, comment in chat about the nightmares. Yeah, the black belt's probably just gonna run from those. The chance of him punching those down is pretty slim.
Yeah, we're trying to run from... Okay, we get away from him. I'm saying, on the goals there, I think you just punch him. I mean, it's 2 rounds. It's going to take you probably at least 2 to get away. Okay, and 3 is a different story.
Somehow his black belt has the run like of a thief.
Well, a lot of it is the fact that he's just got levels, so, you know, they don't get luck often, but they do get luck. Alright, so Puffy, we lost a party member, but the benefits of having people who cast white magic is that your party members come back. We're healing up, we're potioning up. Alright, we're in the switchback, we're up against the waters again. Alright, we just need to get the nuke to take. We're out of nukes on the Black Mage. Fire 3 is not going to get there. We got 1 nuke left. If we can get this nuke to go off on the red... Oh, we get away, even better.
Now you just gotta get out, use that house, and save those levels. Now then you'll have exit, then you'll have every tool you need to make the security dive.
Yeah, we get out, we save this, and it's going to be Puffy's going to be in the driver's seat to get some more exploration done. DVS manages to pull out the explosives from the waterfall. Is going to be headed down to, I assume, Honorak to res some party members and go into C. But I've been wrong so far, so we'll have to see. I
expect him just to solo C. I mean, he's been soloing everything up to this point. Nope, there he goes. He's going to bring 1 back. Is he going to bring them all back?
Let me tell you a story from earlier on the day about soloing Kraken. Don't.
Yeah, even Kraken 1 can pull some nasty things.
Yeah, you don't say. Alright, so DVS is going to check level 7 black. Anything worthwhile, I highly doubt it. Yeah, just cake. We don't need cake. We have a black belt. That's going to turn the Flich into confetti cake. Alright, so Puffy gets out, Puffy gets over. We can do some purchasing here if we want. We can get all the things that we need. We've got cash, we've got 30 grand now. We're buying some silvers. They're flat, but they're the best thing we've seen. At this point, I believe the golds are probably orphaned up in Gaia.
Don't skip right chest DVS if you're going Kraken first.
And we're gonna go Kraken first, and we're gonna skip the right chest, which is not the worst thing in the world. Zeus Gauntlet. We can do AoE damage. Chip damage, but AoE damage. That is always helpful. Finding the Zeus Gauntlet here is great, because this means that you might actually be able to do a grind in C, because you can just AoE down lobsters.
Puffy finishing up his shopping trip in Elflin. Gonna get that, gonna get all the spells that he wasn't able to buy when he was low on cash the first time.
Yeah, we're gonna be stocked now. We're gonna have everything that we need here. Heal Helm. Oh, that's useless.
Yeah, literally
Gersharks.
cast heal 1.
DVS does not know, but we know that Gersharks are bad news. Lobster's still melee hard, but nothing else yet to speak of. But here's a lot more of them. Yeah, more useless weapons. Alright, Puffy gonna come up here. Gonna loot. We got money. And a flame sword. Silver and absolute almost minimum money there. 3 gold.
Puffy hasn't checked Earth yet, has he? He doesn't know about the grind on Earth.
No, Puffy is. This is now Puffy's. Has just broken out of the inner city for the first time here. So they are finally out. Zappa level 5 black. Hey, gas dragons. How they roll? Less than 344. I think that first one was pretty chunky though. I think 280. I think 290 got it done. I mean, you're not going to be killing them with a Zeus Gauntlet, but couple of nukes, and it is a safe grind tile because you're stepping against the wall. If you haven't played a lot of FF1, for some reason on the inside of rooms, the bottom row of tiles against the wall do not advance the encounter table, so they are completely safe to step on. As is the one tile outside of the door and the door itself.
Now, with the wall tile, if there's not a door on the wall, that doesn't apply, correct? Like in Ordeals?
I thought it does. I don't know. Maybe somebody who is a little bit more knowledgeable in chat can correct me, but I thought that it was on all bottom walls regardless. So once again, the thief's on the floor, so we are continuing the mission of the Swole Black Mages. That Black Mage already has 300 hit points. That's gotta be high 20s. Demon Frog coming in. The doors are always on the bottom wall. Yes, I think the question is more on the hallway, the flat walls that don't have them, such as some of them in Ordeals and Kraken 2 floor and Topher on the middle passageways.
In those instances, you can get encounters, correct?
Again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure somebody in chat will correct us. 27, and I think that was 30 on you there, Fiend. Yeah, things are getting punched out really well now. 689 hit points. That's no, I think that was that 37? Alright, whatever it is, we're done. We've got 3 party members close to 30 on DVS side. We are not quite loaded for bear, but we're approaching it. Alright, so Puffy's got some man-cats and some Medusas here.
DVS proving why sentries are called sentries. Punch that sentry for over 500 damage and it's still alive, or it still was alive.
I don't like sentries. Alright, so DVS has a partially online Fist Blender and two decently swole Black Mages here to take some punches.
Question chat about the encounter table. Brief, simple explanation is on the hard reset, they know exactly how many steps they're going to get, and that encounter will always be the same as far as enemy goes. It can be an ambush or it could be a first strike. It could be a number variation, but it's going to be the same enemy. After that, they can do a soft reset and advance the encounter table. And beyond explaining, that's about as far as I can explain it easily in commentary.
Yeah, so another quick thing about the encounter table. Basically, on every step outside of certain ones on the overworld and the bottom walls that we were explaining before, every step will advance the encounter table by 1. On the overworld, so you'll have a fixed number of steps. For example, in our current race here, they have about, it looks to be 5 to 7 steps before they're going to hit their first encounter. That's going to be consistent every time they do what's known as a hard reset, which is basically the shortcut for powering the console completely off. If they would hit the reset button instead, it does not reset it back to the start of that table.
Got a first turn brack. Sorry to cut in there, but we just bracked the Kraken first turn. Second cast, but first turn.
Oh, no, Fiend, absolutely. I bracket the Kraken first turn, first orb lit at 1 hour. Whew. You still got to feel decent after where you're at in your levels, too. But yeah, while we're going back in here to check the mermaid side now, since we still haven't found the incentive item, basically they know after the first couple minutes of the game exactly where the steps are going to be roughly, and this basically helps you manipulate where you take fights, like not taking them on floors where you fight things that have nasty abilities, like frost wolves. Or
any wolf this seed.
Yeah, pretty much. So DVS taking. He's taking a mostly standard route. He's checking this extra chest on the left-hand side, which I disagree with. But you basically, when you come mermaids, you come over here, you check that middle room first, this bottom right one, you go check all of mermaids, and you come back if you need.
You know, checking that far left-hand chest, though, I've missed that chest before and then forgot about it, just like the bottom 2 single chests on the bottom right-hand of Mermaid. It's like, you check those last, but it's also easy to forget that they're there.
Yeah, we find the other katana. It is -3 indeed, which is junk. Still looking for the incentive. Dragon +3. No fighters in sight on either side. Puffy stocked up on Provoca here, and we're still sailing. We're going to probably take us out of the inner sea. We got a couple more things that we can check here, though. We're going to stop back by Corneria, have a little chat. Looks like we're going to buy us some more items. Oh, I think we were missing something. Probably heal pots. So we're getting down here. There's 4 chests left. 3 chests left. 2 chests left. Do I have any TFC lovers in chat? Because it's either TFC or TFC North. Alright, so Puffy... Oh, they went back to Provoca to get their Ruby, I guess. Because we're going into Titans now.
Yeah, at this point, you're probably thinking this is the airship, and I've screwed myself royally. We know it's not, but that has to be in the back of your head if you skip an item like that.
Hey, if you're gonna get a zonk, the best zonk to get is probably the power bonk. The best zonk is the bonk.
Yeah, I prefer to get those out of the way. That way I don't have a full inventory and then miss the item as an incentive item and then wander around like an idiot.
It is TFC North, the very last chest in C that DVS is going to check. Is going to have whatever in the world the incentive item is. Gersharks. Gersharks have Blizzard, we have a Fist Blender. Oh, X-Cow.
Checking the last chest just to full clear it, I think.
Oh, did I miss him picking up the incentive?
Did he? I thought that's what was,
Did he pick up a white shirt and not realize it?
That's what I was wondering.
Or did he not check that right-hand chest again?
He might have skipped one of the floors up on the way to Kraken, like one of the far left.
No, because he checked. I saw him check the bottom. He checked the bottom left, and then he definitely checked the top one because that's where the gas dragons were.
Checked all 3 rooms.
Unless he missed one of the ones in the Sharknado room itself proper, which is going to make this really. Is it going to be faster to go out through behind Kraken again?
Probably.
Oh, we find the bad news.
I didn't see white shirt in his inventory though when he opened inventory, so I'm thinking he just missed the chest.
He might have. He must have because we're going back to Kraken side here. All right, so Puffy is going to give us our first look underneath of Earth 1. We're heading down to Earth 2 here, folks. We're going to tread some new ground. All right, we're down on Earth 2 here. Or are we just coming back for levels? Alright, we're coming down. We're going to check the bottom here.
And there's the chime. Yeah, he skipped the middle of the 3 floors. He skipped the middle one, and it had gas dragons on the encounter.
Okay, he got so focused on taking in the gas dragons, he forgot to open the chest. I really can't blame him, because I think I did the same thing today.
It's easy to do. You go into an encounter, and then you forget whether or not you checked the chest.
It was the same tile too. Yeah, you're so focused. It's like levels. It's like, did I open that box?
The reason for the 10-minute delay, a question in chat, is just to make sure that not so much that the runners are cheating off each other, but just to make sure if someone did go in the runner stream, they have it on emote only as well, that no one else can spoil the race for them. So it's not that we distrust the runners, is we distrust chat.
Yeah, it's mostly just a defense mechanism. It puts them on a little bit of delay. It not only allows us to ensure clean and fair competition, but it also helps in the event of any technical issues. You know, you got that 10 minutes to buffer to get everything sorted out. Alright, so DVS is out. We're gonna pick the thief up off the floor, and probably the other... No, we're not picking the thief up off the floor. Alright, so we got the second black mage up on the floor, and we have a Swiffer floor sweeper. Alright, Puffy coming up here. We're going to have to see if we check the far northeast chest here on Earth 2. It is known as that chest, the Earth variant. People absolutely hate to check it, and thanks to not having incentive items in here, nobody has to. But Puffy's being very, very thorough.
I can only think he probably feels behind and is just hoping for a massa or something to accelerate his grind.
I think a lot of it is, you know, and this is absolutely not a knock, and it never would be, especially some of our newer players don't usually feel as comfortable taking less boxes, and you like to have the extra safety of having full cleared and knowing that I'm not leaving anything behind, especially some of our more important items. Your ribbons, your high-end armors, like the opal in our case for having mostly mages, pro capes, the mass immune itself, anything of that nature.
Yeah, ribbons, massa. He knows where the defense sword is. You do have that bit of evade safety, but if he's not used to running black belt, he may not know with the black belt once you're at 42. The ribbon is kind of a moot point. But maybe he's not wanting to grind that high either.
Maybe he's not wanting to grind that high. Maybe he just wants it for those other characters as well. Still doing a pretty comparatively clear check. Not finding anything. DVS pulling the crown out of the TNT. That's going to be good. I kind of wanted him to check the stuff in Northwest anyway, so this will probably push him that direction. So this chest the Puffy's at now is the one I was referring to earlier. This is my favorite chest. There's always something in this chest, I feel like. I know it's biased, but, you know, you got to go with it.
Is this the most out-of-the-way chest on Earth?
No, this is actually one of the most on-the-way chests. The problem is the trap tile in the middle.
Oh, okay. I'm aware of what this trap tile...
No, it's just a house. We have a slab. The kindly old king steals the crown, gives us a slab, after we violently persuade him to. DVS loses to the reset boss, and we're going to kill Astus again, just for good measure.
I think he just wanted to nuke him in the face again for giving him the slab.
What else did the fight so nice? We did it twice. Puffy having a little bit of fun throwing the wizard staff at the vampire and then just nuking him in the face. Alright, we're going to crack the rod. We're down to Earth 4. So Earth 4's got a couple of chest areas on it here with a new trap tile we haven't seen yet. Up here on the north end in what's known as the Earth Armory.
What was DVS looking for? I'm trying to look on his items. He's in go mode, isn't he?
He's in go mode, but he probably wants a ribbon.
Well, he's not getting a ribbon out of the incentive pool.
Well, maybe he wanted the white shirt then?
White shirt, but he has the
defense. Because he knows where the
bonk is. Defense. Puffy has the defense, so that would make sense.
Or, yes, he is in go mode, but he doesn't have a floater.
That is true.
He not only doesn't have a floater, unless I'm mistaken, we haven't seen fast. And DVS is just a caster's personal opinion here, probably going to be trying to err a little bit more on the side of caution due to this being his second race today and had some unfortunate tough issues in Temple of Fiends his first time through. So he's probably wants to make sure that we're not going to have any issues, especially being an hour 10 with one orb lit. Little does he know that that's one orb between two runners.
Now, do you check all of Mirage and Sky just looking for that floater?
I check Mirage 1. I mean, if I'm in go mode, I'm casually opening. I check Mirage 1. I check one of the two sides of Sky 1, probably the right side because there's more chests. I check the free pack on Sky 3, and if I'm really desperate, I might clear one of the sides of Sky 2 on the way down, or way up.
Bottle could still have white shirt, so that could still be on the table, but yeah, chat pointing out Bottle can't lead to floater, which is very true.
Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty sure that the floater is in here, or has to lead to the floater, because I think the herb's still out. Alright, so Puffy's out of the NRC, coming south. Probably going to get our first look at ordeals from Puffy here. Hey, map strats, I love it. Now, never anything to be ashamed of with map strats. You got to know where you're at here. I got lost today in my race. It's nice to be able to just have that. A little fun fact about vanilla: the way to open the map is actually spelled backwards by the brooms and matoyas. It's push B select.
And in vanilla, if you have, if you press pause and hold A and press B, is it 55 times? You pull up a little mini game. I don't know if that works in the randomizer or not.
I don't know if they removed it for the randomizer or just didn't change it. I think it was removed for the randomizer. But yeah, it gives you a little bit of. In the original, was it a little bit of gold or 30 heal potions?
It was something really, really bad. In the Game Boy Advance version, they made it if you finished in a certain time, I think you could get up to an elixir, which obviously not going to be in Final Fantasy 1, but chat saying it's removed, Will Cleos is saying it's removed, so I would see that, them removing that for code, for allowing for more code.
Yeah, it allows for other things, and you never know when something like that could break the game.
Yeah, or you just have runners doing it for the memes.
Yeah. Alright, Bridge of Destiny, let's see if we've got our robot friends. Oh, we got slimes. Alright, so Puffy getting out of here. Puffy, I don't think saw the iron goals, didn't check that trap tile, but is going to go ahead and get their crystal out of here. Their crystal is going to lead to the key, which is going to open up a lot of extra stuff here for Puffy.
The nachos are healthy today. Almost 600 damage and survive that hit.
Yeah, nachos are these are big plates of nachos. These are like the, you're going to the bar and they bring out like the super party platters for you and 6 other people, appetizer for $40 plate of nachos.
I was thinking they were more like gas station nachos, like you go for it, but you regret it afterward.
Almost as bad as gas station sushi. The Karibe survived a nuke. I didn't realize they were that beefy.
Is he going for Wormek?
DVS is, I believe, going full memes at this point. I believe he's hunting them. We're hunting for robot chickens. No, I think we've given up. We're hunting for robot chickens.
He is going for Brack strats. We have another chance at first turn. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. So that is a first turn second cast and a first turn first cast Brack on Kraken and Tia, respectively. So at an hour 14:30, we have 2 orbs lit on DVS's side.
And looks like DVS is probably just can't think of the word I want to use there. He's not going to get airship at this point, more than likely.
Yeah, he's resigned to his sailing fate.
That was the word I was looking for, thank you.
Alright, so Puffy taking a look at the map here, saying, okay, where are we going from here? I got me a key, let's go back, maybe go back north. We're going to crack a crystal, rather. He's got a crystal, he needs to go to Matoya, needs to find his way back so he can drop that off. It looks like he might be heading toward the inner sea, which is actually going to be great for routing, because he'll be able to do his back and forth a lot easier.
Yeah, DVS just has to sail to Earth and sail to fire.
Sail to volcano is a phrase that makes me very sad.
If you didn't get it out of the way first, yeah, you don't like going back there at the hour 30 mark.
Remember? Fiend, you remember that time 45 minutes ago where DVS reset on the powerbomb? I'm like, I'll just get the floater and be like, we'll fly back to Sarda later.
I do.
About that.
He knows where it's at. He knows he might need it. but whether he gets it or not, time will tell.
All right, so Puffy, we're reset. I think we ran into some Sahags. We're resetting. We're coming back out here. Juking west, juking north. So yep, we're still headed back toward the inner sea. DVS, are we heading south first? Or are we heading west first, Steve?
DVS might be headed for that power bomb. Nope.
Nope.
Just want to burn the encounters off.
Yep, we got a date with a lich.
I mean, he does have temper on the black mages, right?
Yeah, temper was very early. So he's definitely got temper. I believe his temper was at 3. Again, one of the things that may have given DVS some pause here is DVS has not seen fast. There is, I believe, the black mages can learn one of the 2 spells in Gaia. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure Chad will point out if I'm wrong. But yeah, you're not going to promote for it. Not to give up, you know.
Yeah, you're not promoting though, because you're not going back and taking Mirage Air Tower more than likely for the floater.
Yeah. So I mean, even if he would have found the floater, I don't think he's promoting. I don't think he's learning that. And you know, once we get our black belt to a high enough level, who needs armor?
Yeah, just at this point, you'd spend more time digging for that than you would grinding to 42. You know where there's decent enough grind tiles.
Okay, it looks like Puffy, we got a little bit of difficulty. Not a problem. We're going to get Puffy back here as quickly as we can.
Looks like his NES might have froze up on him.
We'll see. Timer's gone too, so it's probably just a little bit of some streaming issues.
Stream issues, yeah.
Not a problem. DVS almost down to the plate here.
I almost wondered if he wasn't playing on a cartridge, like an actual hardware, the way his screen looked.
All right, so DVS. We're already down to the bottom of Earth here. Gonna guillotine us out a couple of bats. Another nice little feature out of the randomizer. Shout out to our devs for the NPC guillotine, specifically made for these bats. If you talk to a non-important NPC, they die.
Very helpful. Sometimes I go out of my way just to do it to a certain dwarf.
Hey, no, I'm on Team Hooray, not Team Kill.
But you get the same message every time when you're Team Hooray. I get a different message every time. Looks like Puffy came back for a second. So we have another 1 second. We know he's headed to either headed to Crystal or headed back from Crystal.
I believe he's headed back from Crystal at this point. Oh, no, headed to Crystal. Alright, so Puffy's going to get his key here. DVS is cracking back into the inner sea, fastest way back to carry.
And DVS has 3 orbs lit, about the 117 mark, so headed for that fire orb, and Topher after that, more than likely. Well, grind after that, probably, but then Topher. He might grind in Topher, but I doubt it without a way out.
Yeah, we don't have a way out of Topher once we go in, so DVS is probably going to have to be comfortable in the levels he's on, unless he tries to check a couple of these tiles in here. The water tile's not terrible. It's serviceable if he just needs a couple of levels, but we'll have to see.
We haven't seen Temple of Fiends locked, have we?
No, we have not seen Topher locked. We have not seen Northwest, but if DVS was going to check the Northwest tiles, he would have done when he killed Astos. He is going to check the tile, though, and it is the waters. He is going to nuke him. His very, very beefy mages are going to be able to survive these water punches without a problem. We'll have to see where he sits. He's 40. He's almost fully online.
Just get your 42 off these tiles and go.
Yeah. So
or 41 and go. He might grind the rest on the way out down.
Yeah, he could do that. I mean, a single worm fight would save him here. So he's going to grind this off for probably... how much experience to get in? 6,000? Probably 3 fights. Alright, so Puffy is coming up here. We're going to turn on our Adamant. I got my my stuff mixed up here. The Adamant turns into the key. We can check locked if we want. Nah, not right now. Sounds good. We're going to go get our boat back. We got our key. We can go check Corneria lock. Puffy is going to, however, check the back of the castle here.
Question about what items worked in the original vanilla Final Fantasy. Ribbons did work. The items that didn't work correctly were like the Weir sword, the ice sword, the flame sword. Basically, all the elemental swords didn't work right. Some crit stuff was wrong, like it referred to the wrong number table. There's a lot that the devs have fixed, so shout outs to the devs. Even if you want to play vanilla Final Fantasy, I recommend that you download the fixed, improved version of this the file from the Final Fantasy Randomizer site.
Yeah, we have a specific flag set for improved vanilla with all the fixes in it that just makes it a ton more palatable for the modern player. Puffy's going to take some of these humbles, and sure enough, we were talking about ribbons working correctly. We find a ribbon in the northwest locked. Puffy hasn't checked the other trap tile in here, but Zombies are pretty good to take if you're going to go a little ways up on him. I mean, if he's still in the 20-ish range, you could take it 24, 25 and feel good about it. Especially since they're undead and your white mage actually has something to do. Other side, DVS. Down here to Agma floor, there are no boxes, there are no encounters, there is only the fist blipper.
Only a lava walk and whatever you have to run from on the way down or punch your way through.
Yeah, DVS's position, I mean, he might want for a ribbon, but he's not in bad shape. I mean, elemental skills, he'll definitely be able to survive at least one on each of his black mages, and unless their nukes roll high, they'll even survive that.
Yeah, I think you just go and hope one of your meat shields survives for Kraken.
Yeah. Alright, and at 1:23, about 05, DVS lights orb number 4 and is fully in go mode. All we got left in front of us is Topher.
Normally when we say we're in go mode, we're like 10 seconds and we're flying to restock, but not today.
We're sailing away. Alright, so Puffy coming up to Corneria Lock. We're going to go ahead and pick us up our item up here. Believe that was the slab? Or no, it was the oxyale. Alright, Puffy has the oxyale and now knows that the on-rack continent is fully clearable. DVS, close enough, Puffy and Corneria Castle, DVS and Corneria properly, raising up some people, checking how many heal pots he needs to buy. And we're going to save, and we're going to do a walk of shame up to Topher, because we don't have an airship.
It'd be funny if he wiped to wolves.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny. I don't think that even a full 6-pack of Wolves Thundering is going to kill this black belt, but it's possible.
No, with the MDF he has, I imagine those Thunders would probably be doing like 30 to 40, but...
Alright, while he's diving the first floor or two here, Puffy's going to crack open Dwarf Lock. Light Axe? The Massa!
Now, of note, DVS skipped the armory, and he was right there, and did have the key. But it would not have done him as much good as it does Puffy, because he was much higher levels with his black belt.
What are you talking about? You got a level 30 black mage with 20 hit! That's like 2 swings! DVS is going to crack
assuming the
chest.
black mage isn't casting nuke.
Yeah. I mean, a fasted black mage at 30 with a Massa -2 with plus 20 hit percent. So with fast, it's probably 4 hits. If they all crit, might do 100 damage. I mean, good points in chat from Nightmare. I mean, if you got like 6 sabers on them.
It would be, I mean, that is ultimate meme strats, Chaos Kill with Black Mage Massa Wielder. Almost as good as cat claw strats.
Cat Claws can be legit if they roll up.
I thought they patched that down.
I am not sure.
I will say
DVS.
they lowered the crit rate on it to where it's now worse than the Sun Sword by far.
Yes, but black mages can use a Cat Claw.
I know, but I'm saying it used to be like way, way high up the table.
Fair. DVS turned the corner, ran into some small problems with some goals, and is now found with Gurmadusas, which we're going to go ahead and... Oh my lord.
We have the Equalizer Topher coming out again.
Well, the Thief was going to end up turning back into the Swiffer's Floor Sweeper at some point, just earlier rather than later.
But he appropriately named the Thief after the person who rolled the seed.
Yeah, I'm sure there was absolutely no coincidence there. Yeah, as you notice, both mages survive the damage poison because, well, they're chonky. And speaking of chonky, one punch, 1100 damage, we just turned Lich into a small skeleton xylophone decoration. Alright, Puffy sailing up, almost going to hit their on-rack here. They're going to have a lot of work to do up here, but will absolutely start making progress and may even get their first orb cleared with some decent levels across the team here.
It's important to note, though, we just killed the Lich, we never actually destroyed the phylactery.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to keep this time loop going a little bit. Well, until we punch Chaos in the face. Speaking of punching people in the face, 1250 damage, bye-bye Carry 2.
Carry 2, not a gatekeeper today.
Yeah, get your bets in chat. Hope if Kraken doesn't have any physical absorb, will we continue to one-punch every fiend in Temple of Fiends Revisited?
Will he even back row the black belt? I hope so, but you never know.
Alright, we're nuking out the seafood party pack. It's easier than running. Alright, so Puffy gonna come in here. We're going to get our item from the robot friend.
DVS hitting level 43 just for a little extra health. No, nothing major on any levels from here on out.
Nah. So yeah, Puffy gonna pick up their TNT here, but now we're up to Kraken 2. We're busting all the heal potions. We're going to put the black belt into the back line. And we're going to probably say bye-bye to poor Puffy here on DVS's side. The Temper comes out. The Lock 2 comes out. The Blaze comes out. Oh, we laugh at Blaze. The Punch comes out. Kraken 2 survives, 880 damage. Another Temper comes out. We punch again. And that's 1300 damage now that Kraken's gone.
And that you are happy to see that. You didn't even lose a meat shield.
Yes, we have twice as many meat shields still.
Twice as many temper casts. This fight is going to go not twice as fast, but potentially one round faster.
Alright, Tia 2. We're tempering. Oh no, we're lock 2ing on top. My apologies. We're lock 2ing. We're getting nucleared. The swole black mages survives the low roll. We're tempering, we're punching. 858, we still have a Tia 2.
That is not a very high absorb Tia.
627, we're still up, but we got all the hit points tonight, baby.
Either that or that was 10 critical hits. That's a very high absorb Tia.
Oh my lord, that is a nuclear nuke damage poison Tia 2. But it's dead. Tia came loaded for bear today.
And that's why we have a meme about black belts.
Yeah, so we got nucleared, we got nuked, and we got damage poisoned. And then the black belt just kind of punched.
Does DVS have the power bonk?
No, DVS never went back to get the power bonk. The Luffy's about to, or Puffy, sorry, is coming back over here to... Wait, I think Puffy actually...
Did you see that first turn? That could be bad if he can't power through this fight. Oh, this can be really bad.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. 721, that's better. Oh! That... No, 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 no. 610, we need turn order, we need turn order, we need it badly. 536 is terminated. Woo! Get your GGs in chat for, probably a sweating DVS.
Yeah, that could have gone south real quick.
Yeah. So DVS finishes with a time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 39 seconds.
GG DVS, he's joining us in chat here.
Hey guys.
DVS GG. That was a slog of a seed.
Yeah, it was not the most enjoyable beginning. Like eventually it became incredibly linear. And I'm still I don't know if you noticed when I realized I was in go mode after turning in a pointless pointless TNT to a pointless crown to get a slab that I don't need. But
yeah, I noticed that, but you know, you did have the floater on the table, so that we thought you might have been looking for that.
It was more I was just an automatic pilot and you know, automatically turn in everything. But it was actually a really weird seed because it had a rough start. I mean, well, I should say you have level 1 nuke, which is always good. And then you know, you dive your first dungeons, ice ends up being horrible, which, I mean, it normally is. Then marsh was also bad, so it kind of like made it a wash as to which one I chose first. The weird thing, though, is like how many different grinds there were, just like right in the middle of your path, yet none of them were safe enough to solo.
I don't think you had any safe options anywhere in the map with the way that the skills were distributed this seed.
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel like there was a safe spot. I mean, that's kind of why I took the overworld grind. I tried to do those iron galls as much as I could, but you know, I wasn't critting, and they had just enough HP. The fighters were a great tile, but they were in marsh, and I think the Gerwolves had something. The waters and ice were fantastic, but if you get ambushed or just do something stupid, then you're dead.
Well,
yeah.
You brought up a good point. You know how fortunate you got on both your fighter grind and your iron golem fight to get out of both grinds successfully?
Yeah, I mean, they both went pretty close, and it was one of those, like, in the back of my head, this is not a great idea. Particularly the Iron Gall one, when I lost my first... I try to conserve my nukes so I don't, you know, end up wasting nukes on like a 20 HP enemy. But, you know, then when the Iron Galls decide to back row the Black Mage that has all of the spells instead of the one that's out of spells, kind of changes plans, but...
Yeah, I noticed that I died when I wasn't supposed to, and then I wouldn't die when I needed to.
Yeah, man, that Black Mage trying to down that, like, the number of Ankilo fights that I took just to get that thing to go down, but it just stayed up and stayed up and stayed up and stayed up.
Alright, so Puffy's here in Sea Shrine. We're on Mermaid side first, which means we're not going to find our incentive item, which is located over in the Sharknado side, as we saw twice. But Puffy is going to at least get some more gear here. Puffy's in a pretty good position, now with a Massa, now with one ribbon. Just needs to get some levels here, and was going to find some decent tiles down here. Remember, the gas dragons are in the upper left of Sharknado floor. That will be a pretty good grind.
I imagine DVS remembers the gas dragons. He saw them multiple times.
Well, yeah. It's funny. I'm trying to remember. I want to say I was walking half... No, I think I was walking through Mermaids when I realized it. And then, like, as I was heading up to TFC, I was like, it's in the dang chest, isn't it? Yeah, I never checked the chest after the gas dragons, did I? Sure enough, there it is. So, that room continues to ruin my runs, so...
Yeah, that's a very easy
thing
to do.
So, I gotta ask DVS.
Mhm.
Couple of things here first. First off, are you going to see all varieties of Rururus in your nightmare for the next few days? Seeing as how the Frost Wolves had
Oh
Blaze,
gosh.
and the Gur Wolves had Thunder, and the Sahags had Thunder.
I was like, I'm sorry, man. What? Yeah, they were bad. The Frost Wolves in particular were a very bad time, and then seeing the Gur Wolves have, what was it, like, glare or something. It was just bad everywhere. What was it? Sahags had thunder or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just bad things left, right, and center. So, find your grinds when you can find them. Always have 99 heal pots and just kind of hope for the best.
Yeah. So what was the thought going through your mind, and how did you feel when you first turn, second cast, Brack takes on Kraken 1, you've lit your first orb, it's an hour flat.
Yeah, that's really not good. I had my first sub-hour run for pods a couple days ago, so it's like you can finish them in an hour, but like that's rare. You need to have an early floater and find a quick grind tile. This one kind of had gross stuff everywhere. Once that first orb got lit, it was just a matter of like, okay, well, what trail of key items do we have? But since I had just lost to Show like 2 hours ago, like it's still kind of in the back of my mind that you got to go fast, you got to not make any big mistakes, anything like that. So, yeah.
Now, obviously, you can't control, like, you had a lot of wipes, but did you think that your opponent had the same luck as you, or was that in the back of your head, like, oh, I bet he got lucky, didn't see any of these skills, or did you just say there's no way, he must have got wiped by something?
I mean, you're kind of always doing that. I'm sure you guys talked about our unique draft that we did. And so I knew what party he had. I knew he had the black belt rainbow as opposed to black belt thief double black. So, all I was thinking about was what grind tiles could he have gotten based on what I chose, and like if he chose the opposite. And then how important is white magic? Like, did he find an early life 2 or a cure 4 or something like that could have made it?
He has life, not life 2, and he has cure 4, but it's set, I think, level 5 or 6.
Yeah. And I see that he had, wall at level 1, which is a nice pickup for sure. But yeah, you're always thinking about those things, but trying not to let them kind of bug you. It was annoying getting wiped out of ice so many times, but I knew that it was the right play, and I knew there wasn't really anything I could do about it. So, you just dive. Like the encounters off the hard reset at the beginning of ice weren't great. So I wasn't really going to get levels from that. I had, I think, a house or something like that. So then I went down to Marsh and saw that Marsh was kind of icky too. So it was like, oh, okay, well, I bet he ran into that. And doubt that, typically I doubt that people check the trap tile if they don't have to down there, which is kind of why I prioritize it. And the fact that it was fighters with like 2-something HP, like he could have taken that, but
I'm guessing you would need to be in your 20s with the black belt before you're reliably punching that one down.
Oh yeah, like I was trying to conserve those nuke charges to try to get to a point where I could just take the fighter solo, but I never felt comfortable enough to do that. Like if I had gotten to 21 and had a reasonable shot at one punching a fighter, then I absolutely would have just sat there and taken it to 42. But then on the way out, seeing some nasty skills, it just made it kind of worrisome. and I told myself to play it safe and not make any like stupid plays that are too risky. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Puffy's still down here in Sea Shrine. I think we're back over almost to Sharknado here. Trying to get down, clear out the rest of this dungeon. Probably get through Kraken here. We're sitting in a pretty decent position. We should be able to punch Kraken down whatever needs to be done here.
Did Puffy go ice first or marsh first?
Marsh. Realistically, you two actually were not that far apart with your actual inner sea escape access, rather. Puffy took some extra time, went volcano, full cleared volcano, had a number of unfortunate incidents in there, some wipes out to some of the various trap tiles, the waters especially seem to get in there, as well as I think we ran into something nasty down on either the Agama or the Red Dragon tile as well. I think it was Gur Sharks, which ended up having Blizzard.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. Especially, I mean, he's probably in the teens at that point, level-wise. Yeah, that could be a bad time. Those waters, like, to be honest, I think the waters would have been the best early grind, given what we had, and, you know, pick up some houses, and a nuke can wipe out most of them. A second nuke can wipe out the rest. I mean, if you have like a black mage and your black belt standing up, I mean, you'll probably burn through experience pretty quick, and it's safe. Like, that's the big thing, you know, only taking encounters that are safe.
Yeah. So Puffy taking a little bit of a detour here on the Kraken floor, heading through the top room just to show it off here. Is about to come up to Kraken 1. We'll have to see if Puffy can punch through this for their first orb. Alright, we're rearranging. The white mage is going to be our sacrificial lamb here. We're healing everybody up. Alright, and here we go. Alright, so we're taking a look here. Invis 2, this seems like a solid choice. We're going to temper the black belt. And we're going to temper the black belt twice. And we're going to power bog. So we're going full buff strats and Invis. We get turn order, we get one of the tempers and out, but more importantly, the Invis 2. We get a lightning 2 in response. Pretty good. Our team's still sitting pretty well. The black mage down to 151. We're taking no chances. We're going to do some healing. Or walling. We're going to do 2 nukes and a swing. We're going to do a test here. Nuke 1 goes out, 286. Pretty good. Nuke 2 goes out, 137. Not quite as good. We get the turn order on the wall. We're going to get the test. 395 I'm not sure if that was the Massa or if that was just pure fisticuffs. I think it was the Massa.
I believe that was the Massa.
Yeah, it definitely gives him some damage out here. Nuke number 3 comes out, 260 terminated. Puffy with the first orb lit here is sitting at about 1 hour 54 and about 50 seconds. All right, so good on Puffy here. So DVS, coming back over to you here. Where was there? The only other thing that I can think of, because we did mention a couple of things, there was a ribbon that you had missed. I don't know if you had caught it on when you were waiting for the delay.
The northwest one.
And northwest, and Dwarflock had the Massa. Defense sword.
Did he find it, or is it still out there?
Yeah, you know how a lot of people are starting to run the bottom of Martian reverse? It was in the top right.
Yeah. That would have been nice. That would have been nice, especially against Chaos. Having a punchy Chaos. So
yeah,
that's the only reason I picked validation.
Yeah, that was thank goodness for turn order. We will say that much for you here.
Jeez. Yeah. That was because I had a similar Chaos to that the other day. It's just like there's absolutely nothing you can do, and you like hold A and pray. Like, we kind of joke about it, but then you get to a Chaos like that, and it's literally, oh, please God, please, please. And fortunately, I got the turn order. But, you know, like a second, I don't think it would have really impacted another dive. it would have just been hope you get turn order and hope you get 1 or 2 black mages to throw a temper out. Not really much more than that.
Yeah, without you knowing where the defense sword was, you don't have time to cast the power bonk, even if you did have it. With knowing that chaos, is going to hit you down really quick.
Yeah. I mean, he has spell list. The Cure 4 starting it off. I don't know what came after it. I don't remember.
Punch.
Just punches and punches.
Yeah, you got punched for about 500, I think, after that.
Yeah. So it's like that's where the RNG comes in. There's a chance you get a couple extra spells. There's a chance he's got an ink somewhere, or lit 2s or ice 2s forever. But yeah, I would have just done the redive because there's really not much you can do other than scour the entire game for another item. I would have had to go back to Sky, find whatever led to the floater, and then find fast would have been really the only option, and that would have taken a long time.
Yeah. So Puffy, I don't 100% know if Puffy had the chime. I believe that was what was at C. I'm not sure if Puffy opened that chest or not. I know Puffy checked the menu after they left that second dive of Mermaid's side, but I'm not 100% sure if I saw it or not. But with the life spells here and pretty much good safety, we're pretty well set, at least for the interim here, to get whatever we need to get out of the way. So Puffy's is well on the way. It's just going to be a matter of time at this point. We got 1 orb down. We just got a couple to go. We've got full access to 2 more of these fiends as well. It's just a matter of getting into Sky and our access to that, and we'll be in go mode. All right, so Puffy, it looks like is going to head back over here to Earth. Probably go ahead and just, it's one of those things. If you don't have anything else to do, or you're still thinking because you think you may have missed something, that may be the unfortunate case here. Clearing what you can do at least means that you're not having any idle time just sitting there. You can at least do something, passively here. Get yourself a little bit forward in the game while you're thinking. Puffy having already been down here a couple of times. I believe almost all the way through. I don't know if they exited out after they got down to
I believe
Vampire or not.
Our tracker doesn't have that orb lit, I believe.
Yeah.
Given the second dive, must be the case.
Yeah, so Puffy has cleared out a lot of this dungeon already, knows pretty much everything that's in here. Just needs to go ahead and get everything fixed up and get it on its way out here.
Did he check the Hall of Giants at all?
No, I don't believe Puffy checked the Hall of Giants at all here. Just hit a couple of the other trap tiles on the way down while checking chests.
Yeah, that Zombie D Wiz Vamp tile was very nice to see until it hit you really hard. So
it hit hard and had the Anklo fight in between it. Red Anklo.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the Red Anklos for having a lit.
Or something? Yeah, exactly. Unless you want to have them knock out your black mage. Jeez.
Puffy might have died down here, I think, because Vampire's back. That would be unfortunate because that would have been another unfortunate passing here. But some of these trap tiles can be very dangerous with all the skills that they have. But Puffy's in more than good enough position. I mean, 334, so they're probably 22-ish on the black belt. Judging by HP values, it looks like probably about 20s across the board. I'd say between 20 and 23. Not a bad position to be in. You'll definitely be able to take out a lich with this. So DVS, you're 2-1. You're auto-qualifying for into your bracket stage now. I know there was probably at least a little bit of stress after that race earlier. How you feeling? What are you thinking about the 64-32s?
I am feeling tired. That's my initial reaction. I didn't think running 2 so close would be quite this draining. But yeah,
sorry to cut you off there, DVS.
Tyro.
Tyro trap tile in Earth 4.
Huh. That's That's a nice tile there.
Yeah, we're just gonna banana peel into that bad boy as much as we want because experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I know I was one-shotting them on the overworld a little bit ago, but yeah, I mean the big thing is, and you and I kind of talked about this a little earlier today, the time to practice the 6432s because they're such a different flag set. I'm nervous about brackets, single elimination, especially having, there are a lot of runs that boil down to RNG, and that does not often go well for me. So there's a little hesitation there, but it's just gonna mean practice. Finding thunder werewolves.
Ooh, but we got out of it. I think that's probably what got Puffy last time. This is not a good floor to run into those, and like we said, all the Roo-Roo-Roos have been absolutely terrible.
Now, is the brackets the 4 forced, or does that start on the 16 bracket?
The brackets are always forced draft, but they're not forced parties. It's a monster in a box is one of the big ones. So there's a couple big transitions. The first is no bridge. So unless you find the bridge in Toph, you're going to have to go south, which is going to push you away from that level 2 magic. It's going to push you away from a key item. And then add monster in a box on top of that. And for those of you who don't know, there are 40 chests in the game that are going to have an encounter tied to them. So as soon as you try to open the box, you end up in an encounter that could be literally any encounter in the game, if I remember correctly.
Now, I already got this approved by the admins. If you find a cheap rapier and cheap cap, you can fill up your inventory, and you will get the knowledge of the item that's in the box before the item goes in. And that has been approved. They said it's not. It could save you time, or it may not. But if you happen across some cheap items, you can employ that strat. I'm in the play-in race, and I don't expect to make it in the actual bracket. So I'm just freely passing that knowledge on now.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, I've heard that there's going to be a very different play style that needs to happen here. Transitioning into brackets, not like we refer to it as Mayab. Monster in a box changes a lot of things. Not having the bridge completely changes your routing. You have a malice along with your blessing, so you could wind up with some pretty nasty parties. And you throw the draft on top of it, and it makes brackets a very unique challenge. It's my first time doing a spring tournament bracket, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. But it's gonna be nerve-wracking. I think we roll the brackets on, I want to say it's like Saturday or Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's what may have wiped him. He might have got to Lich rolling, throwing out damage poison first turn, so he might have got a really bad roll on that with lower health when he first came down here.
Oh, Lich coming out. No, you are the one who is the speed bump. But we're tempering. We're gonna be punch. We should be able to get through this. The black belt's high enough where it's gonna take 2 more of those damage poisons come out, or we can just harm 3. And Lich is but a memory. And that's 2 orbs lit. That's going to be at the 1 hour 55 minute mark. But yeah, it's definitely, we are approaching the end of our plans, or not our plans rather, but our pod stages here. I believe we are down to, if my last count was correct on the math, our last 11 races here out of the 132 for the pods. So it's definitely getting down to the nitty gritty. We're getting a very clear picture of how the tournament's going to be going from here. And we're going to have a lot of interesting stuff going on for our play-in races for all of our 1-1 people like myself. So it's definitely a lot of randomizer we've got coming over the coming weeks for you guys, and it's only going to get more crazy and more exciting with every round and more things added.
I think it's a little scary, the records of some of the really good runners in the community. I mean, just because you went 1 and 2, or even some 0 and 3 runners, I mean, geez, I don't think there's going to be an easy bracket round for anybody this year.
No, if you even look at some of the people that are in the so-called losers, the play-in race, the one that's supposed to follow it up, there are a lot of people, like you said, that just got some very unfortunate pods, and were against basically the people that have the top times, 3 of the people with the top times. So
yeah, there's definitely a couple out there that were very much nightmare pods with some highly experienced, very good runners, and that's not to downplay any other pod, but yeah, you look at the brackets, you look at some of the pods, and there are people who went 0 and 3 that, or 1 and 2 that, if they were in essentially any other pod, would have had at least 1 win. So. Greg, you crack me up.
Alright, so Puffy was checking some things in Corneria. I'm not sure if we just lost to the reset boss or if it was an intentional time save to reset back out, but we're outside of Earth Cave. I'm hoping that we're on the correct side of the orb lighting.
yes, I do see the orb lit.
Okay, yeah, we're on the correct side of the orb lighting, so we're good as far as that goes. But we did take a reset, probably for the best here. We sailed all the way to Corneria. Didn't really need to go there.
And this has been a very difficult seed, and I don't know Puffy's experience, but just looking at the race time sheet, this is like the second race that he has up on that. So I'm guessing that he's probably like myself and is a newer runner of this game.
Yeah, Puffy, I believe, came into this just as a challenge for himself. Like he commented, even said he mostly plays hardcore challenge stuff. I think it was just a way to have a good bit of fun here. Just get into something new. Just get out of your comfort zone and in your element. I know that one of the runners in my pod, Darth Kaigan, did the very much the same thing. It's not so much about I'm gonna win too and I'm gonna go right into brackets. It's about having the fun, and randomizer. That's what it's all about in the end. Is just having fun.
Yeah, he got an interesting background too, because I commentated his run against Show, but he plays a lot of vanilla, or I should say, plays a lot of randomized Final Fantasy, treasure and incentive wise, but plays with vanilla scripts. So they, has a lot of experience with the game, just a very different style of play. And so I think it's just taking a bit of adjustment. But yeah.
And even experienced runners, if you're very accustomed to running one flag set and then suddenly go into a different one, if you haven't practiced that flag set, you can get a rude reminder of how it goes sometimes to go into a flag set you're not accustomed to.
Yep, that's why I can't touch the 6432s until I make sure I get there first.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I ran a 6432 a couple weeks ago, and very quickly put down my controller and said, "Not again, not until pods are done." So they messed me up quite a bit.
Well, my first experience running this was not a race; it was just practice. But there might have been a few expletives about how was I supposed to know I had the canoe. You're supposed to know you have the canoe by looking at the flags, but when you're new, you don't always you expect things to be handed to you. So I learned to read the flags a little bit quicker. And every flag set's different. If you think you'd be interested in doing this, like we've commented on, it is very fun. All my races were a blast, even though I lost most of them. We'll throw a link to that in chat. Yeah, hashtag read the flags. That's what I learned.
Shout out to one of our people on the string tournament planning committee for getting that Earth wasn't incentivized.
I gotta say, if you like random flags and changing things up constantly, that's kind of what our Iron Gall is for. And you get to challenge anybody in the community. It's a lot of fun. But we've had just some crazy weird flags that you get to play on Saturdays. This will be after spring tournament. We'll probably pick them up again. But on Saturdays we'll run blind flags, or we'll run just something like crazy hard, just for the heck of it. And yeah, those races have a lot of times where you you have your flags up in front of you and you're scrolling through them pretty much constantly throughout the race. But
just run completely blind to where they can't see it, and then have someone pick all the worst things, and then make it a blind flag set.
yeah, that's literally what we do. It's kind of what our Saturdays started as. And then our devs in the most recent one of the most recent builds actually did put a blind flag set option. So where it says like tournament safe ROM, remember ROM, underneath it there is a button for blind flag set.
That's
so if
what
you
I'm
generate,
talking about.
yeah, if you generate that, you get basically a link to a downloadable ROM, and that's it. And we had a couple weeks where we did that. Again, it's a lot of fun, especially those where you're actually running through the game, like writing down notes of what could be a flag, what couldn't be a flag. Can I save? Are tents working? Really, really cool stuff.
Are overworld encounters actually on?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That there was definitely one of those where they turned off overworld encounters, and like a bunch of us were just walking around Canaria for a good like minute or two, going, "Oh wait, I guess encounters are off."
Alright, so we blinked, we missed it. Puffy has killed Carry 1, has got 3 orbs lit. Unfortunately, our tracker ride was double checking for us here. Shadowed was on top of everything here tonight. Puffy did miss the chime, so we'll have to go back to Sea Shrine to find that. So this time, we are getting a little bit up there, guys. It's getting a little bit toward the late hour. We're going to start a little bit of a wrap-up here. We are going to give everybody in chat, when we're done here, a link over to Puffy's stream. We encourage everybody in chat to go over, give Puffy a follow, go ahead and cheer him on as they go ahead and complete through this stage. Puffy is a trooper. I don't think Puffy is going to stop until we're done here. We're going to go through the midnight hour and into the wee hours of the morning. So let's go ahead and start doing some stuff here. DVS, do you have any more thoughts about the tournament in general, the seed, how everything played out, anything at all?
I want to thank Demon and Fiend of Obsession for doing comms for this, and Shadowed. Thanks for pulling the double header with me on tracking, and in SpeedGaming. You guys are great. I think. Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought.
We're on SpeedGaming too.
Yes.
If that's what you're trying to remember.
Yeah, I think so. I again, tired. But no, it's really going to be a good couple weeks. The theme of spring tournament flags this year the tournament is Chaos Comedy Tour, and the concept of improvising and dealing with what you're dealt really stands out in these flags. So I know they're really different, but I enjoy them, and hope you guys keep watching. So thank you.
Dean, what do you got?
Well, again, thanks to SpeedGaming 2 for hosting this. The links for the runners are there in chat for anyone who's watching in Twitch currently. And if you're watching this on YouTube and think you might be interested in doing it yourself, I encourage you to do so. I know that's how I got started. Just search for FF1 Randomizer and you're going to find the link. That's it for me.
All right, so I've been Demon RHK with me and Fiend of Possession here. Sorry, all with me on the mic. It's been great being with all you guys this evening. Give a huge shout out to both SpeedGaming, the entire family of channels for hosting us, as well as Shadowed. Shadowed, absolutely a boss on tracking here, keeping us all in line. Absolutely, guys. FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. That's going to be the link for the actual randomizer itself. We've got Discord links in chat as well for you, as well as a link to the Discord and to the tournament page. You can check out everybody's records on the randomizer page itself. Please, we'd love to have you. We got a Duckling program, the Duckling Boot Camp itself, starting up in just a couple of weeks here. Get introduced to the game slowly. We have a great program. One of our recent Duckling winners is actually probably one of the most feared people in this tournament right now. Shout out to Dead Pulse. And we would absolutely love to have you. We're a welcoming community. We don't bite hard unless you really want us to. Again, follow both of our runners as well. DVS7 here with his win, and definitely Puffy as well. We're going to go ahead and make sure we drop an extra link to Puffy here in the chat, guys. We're going to wrap up here on our end, but absolutely, like we said, go give Puffy a follow. Go watch Puffy finish this thing up. Cheer him on, and we will absolutely be seeing you all here in the future. We got a full dock. I think we got about 5 races tomorrow, and then another 6 to 7 more in the week throughout. And then we're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty for the play-ins and the bracket. So, once again, I'm Demon RHK for myself, Fiend of Possession, Puffy, DVS, Shadowed, everybody here at the community. Thank you very much for tuning in, and everybody have a great night.